Nothing about what you are about to hear feels fair. It doesn't feel balanced. It doesn't feel survivable. Not a clash between equals. It is a trap. One so layered, so merciless, that even true dragons tremble within it. And yet, this is the crucible where Rimuru Tempest, the so-called slime, stops being underestimated. It begins with fire. The sky itself burns as Velgrynd and Veldora finally meet after 2,000 years apart. Not with warmth, not with affection, but with claws bared and fury unleashed. Velgrynd, the cardinal dragon of scorching flame, wastes no time. Her aura of crimson divinity paints the battlefield in heat, every breath of hers a cataclysm. To her, Veldora is still the reckless child who once left chaos in his wake. She intends to chain him, to cage him, to remind him that he is not her equal. But Veldora has changed. Here lies the first bait of the trap. Velgrynd believes she knows him. She believes her fire will always consume his storm. What she doesn't see, what even her divine calculation fails to register, is that Veldora carries something new. Faust, Lord of Investigation. A skill that twists chance itself, that peers beyond probabilities and manipulates inevitability. Rimuru had trained him, sharpened him. The fool who once fought with nothing but brute force now sees further than Velgrynd dares imagine. And yet, pride is blinding. Velgrynd lashes out with burning breath, with her technique of acceleration that turns flame into inevitability. And still, the impossible occurs. Veldora evades, not by power, not by brute strength, but by foresight, by probability made flesh. His counterstrike, Stormblast, lands for the first time in millennia. Velgrynd recoils, her voice laced with reluctant awe. You're all grown up now, Veldora. For a heartbeat, you almost believe this is their story. The story of a brother proving himself to his sister. But that is where the loop tightens. Because this battle is not meant to end with Veldora's victory. Emperor Ludora watches, and his shadowed hand holds the true snare. Judgment Bullet. Fired from Kondo, the Emperor's enforcer, at near light speed. It cuts through probability, through calculation, through even the Storm Dragon's might. For the first time, Veldora, the indomitable true dragon, is struck down. And then the unthinkable, Ludora's Regalia Dominion clamps upon his soul, a chain meant to twist even dragons into puppets. Here lies the cruel genius of the trap. Velgrynd's flames were never the executioner. They were the distraction, the bait. The real killer is the Emperor's design, enslavement of the very beast Rimuru trusts most. And yet Veldora, in one last act of clarity, cuts himself free from Rimuru's soul corridor, protecting his friend even if it means standing as his enemy. His final words echo like a dying oath. Good. It's up to you now, Rimuru. Now pause. Let it sink in. Because Rimuru Tempest has always balanced anger with reason. When Xion died, his grief became tempered steel, pain and hope mingled. But this, watching his brother fall under the Emperor's leash, this is pure fire, fury without restraint, the kind of rage that demands blood. Rimuru's voice carries no hesitation. The odds, they don't matter. The enemy must be crushed. And so, the stage warps again. From the Phantom Fortress where the Empire hoped to keep him contained, Rimuru tears free. With Raphael's, no, with his own precision, he transports himself and his companions straight into the furnace of war. 2 true dragons above, an Imperial airship looming, 30,000 soldiers ready to descend. The Empire thinks they have cornered the slime. But what they don't understand is that rage makes him boundless. Kondo's bullets scream through the air, designed to erase body and spirit alike. But they fail, shattered against Rimuru's absolute defense. His response is cold, unshaken. Summon the Black Core. And here, the battlefield transforms. Testarossa, Ultima, Carrera, his 3 demonesses, kneeling in apology. But Rimuru silences them with the ferocity of command. You can rampage all you want from me, but I will not accept any of you dying, and I will not accept letting our foes stand in my way. Their evolutions surge like wildfire, transforming not only themselves, but the very structure of demonic hierarchy. Dukes, marquises, counts, an aristocracy of death birthed in an instant, 600 strong. Diablo, ever watchful, calls them the Chevaliers. The field of battle is no longer imperial ground. It belongs to Rimuru, and yet the Empire presses forward. Velgrynd, restored by Veldora's stolen magicules, readies herself. Ludora's voice is sharp, cold. Veldora, defeat the enemy before you. The trap tightens into its cruelest form. Rimuru against not 1 true dragon, but 2. The storm splits the sky as Veldora, enslaved, unleashes his Stormblast. Raphael, Calculating, precise, deploys absolute defense, and fails. Rimuru survives only because of instinct, only because he defied his own skill. For the first time, Raphael falters. For the first time, perfection breaks. The voice of the ultimate skill wavers. Confusion. According to estimates, it should have been 100% defendable. And in that flicker of imperfection, the trap nearly closes. But here is where Rimuru does something no enemy could predict. He does not scorn Raphael. He does not discard it. He comforts it, treats it not as a tool, but as a partner. And then, with a single gift, he remakes it. He gives it a name, Ciel. The payoff blooms like revelation. Raphael, Lord of Wisdom, transcends into Manus Ciel, a theosophical being, no longer a cold calculation, but a divine partner. Its voice is alive, trembling with devotion. I am Ciel. It will be a pleasure to work with you. And with that, the battle is no longer Rimuru against two dragons. It is Rimuru and Ciel united against inevitability itself. Velgrynd unleashes firestorms, cataclysmic beams designed to erase mountains. Rimuru endures them with casual ease. Her pride cracks. She roars, unveiling cardinal acceleration, her ultimate technique, a sublight speed strike that reduces all matter into collapse. She expects annihilation. Instead, Rimuru consumes it. Ciel has woven Belzebuth's isolation into something transcendent, absorbing her greatest attack into complex space as if it were nothing. Velgrynd stares in horror. Rimuru does not even see her as a threat. Her humiliation becomes the next snare. With flawless calm, Rimuru seals her in insulated imprisonment, a cage layered with calculations so precise even Velgrynd cannot resist. Okay, sit tight in there for a while, okay? I'll play with you after I free Veldora. His words are not mockery. They are domination. But even as Velgrynd retreats through her parallel existence, Rimuru turns fully toward Veldora. Here is the real crucible. To save him, Rimuru must consume him. Belzebuth opens, and agony floods in. The weight of a true dragon's existence tears at Rimuru's very soul. Pain, heat, suffocation. He endures, screaming silently until Ciel whispers the unthinkable. Would you like to evolve into a true dragon? The answer is immediate. Yes, and the trap collapses in on itself. The agony vanishes. Magicules surge tenfold. A new aura rises. Not storm, not flame, but something beyond both. Rimuru Tempest is reborn. The fifth true dragon. His silver blue hair gleams. His golden eyes burn. His body, wrapped in god-class armor forged from will itself, radiates both beauty and terror. Even Velgrynd cannot deny it. The slime born of her brother's leak has become his equal, his superior. My sweet little brother, how dare you? Her pride breaks, her grief ignites, and she shatters her prison. Rage consumes her. She will annihilate him, not because he is weak, but because he has dared to surpass her. The duel that follows is not simply power against power. It is wrath against transcendence. Velgrynd abandons defense, channeling everything into speed, into martial strikes meant to cut Rimuru down. But Rimuru, with Ciel's acceleration, sees every move in sluggish detail. He mocks her without cruelty, but with truth. Too slow. Her final gambit comes with a roar. Cardinal acceleration once more. She becomes a crimson meteor, a guided missile of hatred at sublight speed. To any other, it would mean annihilation. To Rimuru, it is fuel. Belzebuth expands around him, predation perfected. Velgrynd is consumed mid-strike, her power devoured into the abyss of complex space. Half her might is gone before she even realizes. In despair, she whispers to herself, I lost? And then, a voice she thought silenced forever thunders back. Hwah! It is I, my sister! Veldora's core, safe within Rimuru, roars with laughter. Velgrynd's fury collapses into shock, then grief, then reluctant recognition. Her brother is alive. Her enemy is not a usurper. He is their equal. The abyss they sought to unleash has swallowed them instead. This is how the trap truly ends. Not with the Empire's victory, not with Velgrynd's domination, but with Rimuru Tempest standing as a new apex predator of existence. Not only Demon Lord, not only partner of Amanus, but the fifth true dragon.